we have, when we are doing something, when we are learning something, we have basically three zones that we work with. The the inside one is the most comfortable zone, wherever we are comfortable. Then there is a challenge zone where we feel, oh God, how will I do it? And we have to stretch ourselves. And there could be a zone which is a frustration zone, which is more of, oh, I can never do that. And if pushed into that zone, I just get very frustrated. Right? Um, a, a simple analogy could be that I could be comfortable jumping from 2 steps, let's say. Jumping from 4 steps or 5 steps could be challenging for me. I can jump, but it takes a bit of a courage to jump from 5 steps. Obviously, jumping from 10 steps is out of question. That's too frustrating, or that's too painful, or I just can't imagine myself, jumping. So the interesting thought here is, where does learning happen? Where do you think learning happens? Yep. Any thoughts? Where does learning happens? And also that particular zone, what kind of feelings we go through, what kind of thoughts we go through.
Sheetal here.
Yes, Sheetal.
Yeah, challenge zone will be the learning zone.
Ritesh, Meeta here.
Yeah.
I think, it can be either challenge zone or comfort zone depending on the person, because and some people learn more when they are more in a comfort zone. Though it's, I think mostly, personally everything is the challenge zone, but I think even comfort zone is one zone where if you're comfortable with it, then you learn more.
Seema here. I do see learning might happen in all the 3 zones.
Okay. Elaborate on that a little.
It depends on the kind of learner the person is. In comfort zone, yes, the person is observing and learning, even though he's there in the comfort zone. Challenge zone, he has come out of his comfort zone and he's challenged and he's learning by doing it. And if it doesn't learn in the challenge zone, he's frustrated. But at the same time, he might put in more effort to learn it.
Okay. What you say is very much possible. In most cases, so the way we define these zones is, in the comfort zone, I'm actually not doing anything. I'm not putting in any effort because I'm very comfortable. I'm not even, as they say, I'm not even getting out of my bed. So I'm very comfortable. Right. So chances are of any learning happening or any significant learning happening in comfort zone is very minimalistic. While in the frustration zone, the chances of giving up are so high, right? It's way beyond my my scope, as we call it. So since the chances of giving up is so high, again the learning is the amount of learning that can happen is minimalistic. So it's fairly obvious. We obviously learn more, or we go even to the extent to saying that the actual learning really happens in the challenge zone, right? And interestingly, the challenge zone is a not comfortable zone, right? So it's a funny thing. For me to learn something, so if I need to learn how to cycle, I need to get out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone is not to be on the cycle, right? I can't be comfortable on cycle to learn cycling. I can't be comfortable in water to learn swimming, right? I can't be comfortable not writing to learn writing. So for anything for me to learn, I really need to get out of my comfort zone. So it's funny. I need to be uncomfortable to be able to learn. Right? Does it make sense? And what it does when we realize this, that at any point of time when a child, the beauty is that the children are a whole lot of time inside challenge zone. In fact, similar to what I was talking about, a 5-year-old child. A lot of children are a lot of time pushing themselves all the time into the challenge zone, right? They're ready to get out of their comfort zone. Finally, a child who was crawling wasn't satisfied with crawling. He wanted to walk, and he was ready to come out of his comfort zone of crawling and experiment. And he knows that he's going to fall, and he falls many times, and it hurts. But still, he is ready to step out of the comfort zone and come inside the challenge zone. And that's the interesting part about learning, that the more we push ourselves out of the comfort zone into the challenge zone, simply speaking, the more I learn. I was giving the example of Canada. You know, when I came here, the unfortunate part was that everybody around me, when I set up a small office and all that in Bangalore, that was way back in '96. Right, the people were there, they were comfortable with Hindi. Even an auto guy would understand a little bit of Hindi. A shopkeeper will understand a little bit of Hindi or English. Now, that made me stay with my comfort zone. And since that was my comfort zone, I did not learn any Kannada. But the interesting thing is, when I went, now we are setting up a school in a village in Tamil Nadu, and they're like, they don't just understand English or Hindi. So now I'm in my challenge zone, sometimes frustration zone. But I'm a lot of times in my challenge zone, and I'm actually picking up more Tamil than I've ever learned Kannada. So in 13 years I haven't learned Kannada, but in flat 2 months I'm learning more Tamil. So that's the interesting part.